Mos Eisley Spaceport, you will never find a more wretched hive of scum and villainy. We must be cautious.
Yes, we must be cautious, and welcome everyone. First of all, Merry Christmas to you all. I hope you have a very Merry Christmas, because that's what's coming around the corner there. So today we will be going through some comments coming from, yes, TikTok, because I am on there for some weird reason. Actually, the answer would be there are Muslims there, and they're using that as kind of their go-to after YouTube. So they are swarming TikTok, and I figured, well, if they're there, I'll spread the truth no matter what is going on. Yes, Merry Christmas and hello. It's always good to see you. Fantastic. Okay, so we're going to dive in there, and then we got some YouTube comments mixed into the bunch because we can't just give TikTok all the attention. Let's be honest here. And then we've got at the end, I've got four banned TikTok videos, which are completely allowed here on YouTube. They're just banned on TikTok. I'm going to give you the reason why they were banned, and your job is to let me know in the comments if it was good ban or not a good ban, if they had a point with it or not. We'll go through those. Again, that will be after we do these comments, which ought to be fun. Hey, welcome. It's always good to see you. So let's start on off here with our first one right here, which says, it doesn't say semen or sperm. All right, so whenever anyone says anything like that, I just get this going through my head now every time, because let's be honest, this guy was epic. 9 years old! She was 9 years old. It doesn't say. Oh boy. So we'll go ahead and pull up the video that this is from. We'll look at the source and see if this Muslim here has a point or if he's making up a bunch of garbage to go along with it. So here we go.
Quran 86, 5 through 7. So let man observe from what he was created. He was created from a fluid, ejaculated, emerging from between the backbone and the ribs. So here we see Allah's great and merciful knowledge about where sperm comes from. Unfortunately, for some reason, he seems to have missed the mark once again, because we know that sperm does not come from between the backbone and the rib. We know it comes from another location. It's a little bit lower, shall we say. It is amazing that the creator of all the universe, the one who made humans the way they are, can get so much wrong about such a basic biological function. So next time someone says that there are biological secrets discovered within the Quran, that look at them and ask them about Quran 86.
Okay, so that's our first claim there. He claims that it does not mention sperm or semen. True, it doesn't. But yeah, that's the only thing it could possibly be. That's what it's referring to. It's very clearly that is what it is. So it's like, oh, it always makes me laugh listening to your narration. I'm glad someone does, other than myself, just laughing at how ridiculous I sound while doing this stuff. And some of the stuff's just like, no. It's very clear. If you're going to tell me that this is the truth here and that this has some magnificent scientific miracles behind it, at least get the basics right, please. I'm not that complicated. I just rather have the basics right if you're going to make that claim. So that's the first one. Yes, he's right. It doesn't, but that's the only thing that fits it. And again, that is an absolute failure of the Quran. It really screwed that part up. So let's go ahead and switch on over to our next comment we have here. I'll try not to blow past these too fast, which always a habit of mine. I'll be like, oh, this video will be like a half an hour long. And it'll be like, oh, wait. Oh, that was 10 minutes. Oops. Oh, well. Okay, this one's got multiple. It even covers up my face. Oops. Oh, well. He says, you're putting fake verses up, weirdo. So which one is this one coming from? This one is coming from the one with Ali Dawa. So let's share that tab instead. So this one right here. So why are you putting up fake verses, weirdo? We have, those are, where are you finding these verses, man? Well, the Hadith and the Quran, mostly. Some Muslim scholars. Free Palestine says these are fake verses. Wrong. Christians are the worst of creatures. They are all humans. My guy. And those are all fake verses. Okay, so let's see what he says and see if what I say about these verses. In fact, I'll get rid of these comments here because you're starting to annoy me. We'll find out if I was incorrect about these statements or not.
Christians, wake up. We Muslims are not your enemy.
So does it say, do not take Jews and Christians as your friends / allies? Yes, it does. Yes, it does. It depends on what translation you're reading. But yes, it specifically says that because they are friends and allies of themselves. So again, this one is 100% true. If you're looking for exact wording, though, that's probably what they're getting caught up on.
Okay, all we do is ask you guys that you do not say that God is a man.
No, you don't. So here we say, kill or enslave is under Quran 9:29, which is kill and enslave all Christians, which is, again, true. It's fight / kill those who do not believe in Allah or hold holy what Allah and his messenger have deemed holy. Again, the option would be for Christians and Jews. This is only for Christians and Jews. This is not for any other religious group. They can pay the jizya, which means basically it's a protection tax. It's a form of slavery. It's, hey, we'll pay you off so you don't come and kill me, okay? This is great. Super chat. Thank you very much. From the river to the sea. Would you like a cup of tea? I got my tea right here, actually. It's very good. Not camel pee. Tea. Very nice. What, not your enemies? Well, it kind of acts like it, doesn't it? Sorry, I didn't understand the TikTok joke. Well, I got a pull from a couple other people, and it's like, it was hit and miss. So, well, it is what it is, and my sense of humor doesn't work with everyone, which is okay. So let's go ahead and continue. Again, the claim is these were fake verses, and so far, both of my references are very clearly verses. And it does give the reason why they are to be fought against. That is because Christians believe that Jesus is the Son of God, and for some reason, and I have yet to see any Jews ever believe this, but they are supposed to, according to the Quran, believe that Ezra is the son of Allah as well. I don't see that in Jewish theology. So let's continue.
Jesus. That's the only thing we say. Like Allah says in the Quran, tell the people of the book that we come to common terms between us and you.
Nope. It says in 98:6 that Christians and Jews are the worst of creatures. Now, the phrase used there is people of the book or those who are given the scripture. Both of those refer to, of course, Christians and Jews. That's the only people that are referred to there. Again, the Quran wasn't written down until way after Muhammad's life, at least compiled into a book way after Muhammad's life. It was written down in random pieces of paper and whatever rock they could grab. So it was written on junk until it was written down into a book after Muhammad's life.
That we worship nobody but God, just like Jesus did. He said there is only one true God, and that is the Father. Okay? He always referred to the Father.
No, according to the Quran, in multiple locations, again, it does not specifically say in these verses here, Allah is not a father. But what it does say is Allah doesn't have a son. He does not have a son. He does not have son. He is not a father. He does not have son. He does not have son. He does not have son. It's very clear he is not a father. He does not have a son. So Jesus could not claim to be the son of this father. So that would be the gist of the verses that I used. And then, of course,
you are not the Father.
You're finished. You're finished.
I saw that part and I was like, oh, this is, yeah, Allah is not the Father. That's the end of that one. So again, all the people that have claimed on TikTok that those are false verses, they are definitely not false verses. They are all there. In fact, I gave you the references to look up. If you guys don't look it up, it is not my fault. Okay? I can only do so much. Right? So let's see here. We're now on number 3. So comment number 3. So this one is saying that those Quran verses are talking about the literal sense of the word father, like what pagans believed and what Christians adopted. Again, Christians do not think, and it's sad that this is still a Muslim belief because it's never been part of Christian theology, that God came down and had sex with Mary. No, that's not what we see. That is what we see in paganism a lot, definitely with Zeus. He seems to couldn't keep his pants on to save his life or his marriage. But this one was off of this video here, which is very similar. That's not the right one. Which was very similar, was the other Ali Dawa one. So here we go with this one here. So the next one. So Christians can't accept to lie. It is obvious how much he has cut this out of context to make a false false context. So again, this one comes from right here. Let's share this one instead. This one's one of the earlier Ali Dawa ones. And again, I did not claim that this was the entire video. It's a short, which does imply that it is not the entire video. But I did make a point with it. I used it to make a point. So let's see if I made the point, and if for some reason it's not clear or I'm claiming in it what he says.
Repeat it again very carefully. The scientific miracles argument in the Quran got debunked. The scientific argument, scientific miracles in the Quran is debunked. And we as Muslims, guess what? It doesn't bother us to the least. So me saying the argument of scientific miracles is debunked, it is debunked. And yes, it is debunked, and we don't need it. It's all gone in the bin, not even the recycle bin. You can't even recycle it. It's gone to the waste, like poo. It's gone. And we are proud of that. And I'll repeat it again. Yes, we are proud of that. Yes, and you know what I'm talking about. I'll repeat it again very carefully.
I don't know about you, but I could tell the different cuts. It's very obvious that that's not all that was there. And again, shorts by their very nature have this effect, right? They're not all there. They are just shorts. But it does make a point. Wow, okay. Thank you for gifting the 5 Your Brother in Christ memberships. That's pretty crazy. I got quite a bit of memberships. We're going to have a scrolling parade going on here pretty soon. We do have some membership-only things coming up by the end of this year. So the next comment we have coming out is here. You should learn to respect other religions. This one was off of a specific post I made where I had a Gay Mohammed drawing based upon people constantly yelling at me about drawing Muhammad. And I'm saying, get over it. It's happening. It's here. Let's move on. It is normalized so that this does not become such a massive issue in the future. So, give my wife a membership? Oh, no. I was about to say my wife got membership for that. That would have been funny. That would have been very funny, in my opinion. Just because that seems so silly. She gets all the perks anyway. So yeah, that was that one. It's like, no, first of all, Muhammad did not respect all religions, and tell you truthfully, I wouldn't have expected him to. If he believes that these are false religions, he should confront the ideologies, or else he is not nice. He's not a good man in any way, shape, or form. If he's allowing evil to persist. Now, Muhammad had a lot of faults, don't get me wrong. There's no indication, there's no belief that I think any other way. So let's see here. We're on number 7. Which is good. We're going through this. Not even one word in the Quran says he was Alexander the Great. I swear to God. You don't even refute one thing. Nice try. Is night. I'm going to sleep. Okay, good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite. You're perfectly fine. So let's pull up the video this one was from here, which is the Alexander the Great one, and see if I claim that the Quran says that this is Alexander the Great.
Quran 1886. Until when he is referring to Dhul Qarnayn, or as he's popularly known as Alexander the Great, reached the setting of the sun. He found it setting in a spring of dark mud. Many Muslim scholars try to pass this off as this was being written from Alexander the Great's perspective, but no, it's not. This is from Allah's perspective. Let's look at this historically. We know that Alexander the Great was a great conqueror. He traveled as far east as India. As you can see on the map, Alexander the Great never went farther west than when he started. So did he start next to a spring of dark mud, or did he find the spring when he headed into Egypt? This doesn't make any historical sense. So next time someone claims that there is miraculous historical evidence to back the Quran, ask them to explain Quran 18.
So there, I did not say that it specifically said it. In fact, I read the section that it was. It is commonly accepted by many Muslim scholars as this is Alexander the Great. Now, they have been shifting that recently, but for the longest period, it was claimed to be Alexander the Great. So, doesn't work. Does not work. So, the next one on the list, okay, number 8. Now, this one's one that we have already previously watched, which was the You're Not the Father. And this was a shorter version of it, but let's go ahead and read this comment and then dive into it. He says, what's the problem, right? Jesus, mentioned the God as a father. Means the creator, not biological father. Again, Christians aren't claiming it's the biological father. Christians aren't making that claim. But yet this is still a lie that is in Islam, that is everywhere. But yeah, we gotta deal with this. We gotta face this stuff face on and not get tired of constantly going back to it. It's one of the reasons I like making videos. I can just post a link to the video and say, look here, this is where it says. So it says there's no problem with it. Okay, so let's go ahead and listen here, see if I mentioned anything about being a biological father or what.
That we worship nobody but God, just like Jesus did. He said there is only one true God, and that is the Father. Okay? He always referred to the Father.
You are not the Father.
That we worship nobody.
So again, no, I didn't say biological. I didn't imply that it was just biological. I just stated, hey, this is an issue. The Quran says no. You say yes. You don't seem to be saying what you claim to believe. And again, the Father is not Allah, and Allah is not a father. The Quran and me agree upon this, and you won't get me saying that very often. So this one here, this one's so much fun. So he said, bro, NASA claimed that the world is going to end in 2012, and it turned out it was fake. Why would you believe that they believe what they say? Now, we don't need proof. We believe in our beloved prophet. And a beloved prophet, got to hold on to that thing tighter than God. Because after all, that is a form of your God. So, is that what I claimed in here? Am I claiming that NASA was 100% true? This is actually from my most popular video I have, and it's almost at 100K views. It's at 90 something, and it gets like 100. It gets like 500 a day or something like that. So it's going crazy. It's just keeps going. It's all search results that are showing this. So this is always an interesting one. So let me go ahead and share it. We're going to go ahead and look at this and say, does this line up with what they claim? Now, again, I have read quite a few passages from NASA, quite a few articles from NASA. Definitely when I was doing this research in order to dive through this, I didn't only read what the Muslims gave me, which was saying, hey, look at this. And that's the basis of this video, is the one that they said look at. I looked at others to see if it contradicted this one, to see if it did align with it in some other location. And the answer is NASA never aligns with the Quran. And also never made this comment either. So never made the claim that the world was going to end in 2012. That was the Mayan Empire, based upon the calendar ending. And their calendar was a big stone circle that went round and round and round and round and round, and ended about 2012, if memory serves. And that, I figured they probably thought, oh, well, you know, there's a big stone. We have a few years to make another one. We can make two eventually. So let's go ahead and listen to the video, see if it aligns with what he is claiming. Quran 54, 1 through 2 claims that the moon has been split, and many Muslims claim that NASA has proven that the moon was split in two. But is that true? The ridges found by NASA that the Muslims are referring to are lobate scarbs. Lobate scarbs are caused by the cooling and shrinking of the moon, not the moon being split. The youngest lobate scarb is 100 million years, according to NASA. In that article that the Muslims are referring to, Muslims claim that Muhammad witnessed the splitting of the moon in the 6th century. This is a little bit of a discrepancy of dates, give or take 99 million years. Next time a Muslim says that there are no scientific errors in the Quran, ask them, then why does Quran 50? So there you go. Obviously, I didn't say that this article is 100% true. It was actually the source they were pointing to, and I was very clear on this being the Muslim source, saying that, see, this proves that NASA is right because it aligns with the Quran. And I'm like, no, it don't. No, it don't. Read the article. It does not. And there is a link to the article in the original one if you want to look at it. Again, you can just look up lobate scarbs. It's a well-known article. And NASA came out later on, when the articles they put later on clearly said, hey, we don't agree with the Quran. We don't think that the moon split in the 6th century. That's not a thing. That's not a thing we agree with at all. So that didn't work out so well. So the only reason I even made that video was because of the first moon splitting one I did, which didn't do as good as this one. They kept pointing me to that article. So I was like, okay, fine. I'll make another one. Here we go. And this is actually part 1 of part of 2. And the other one, part 2 didn't do as good. And I don't understand why. But the algorithm stuff, I'm assuming. So But that one is on YouTube, and you can go check that one out on my channel if you so desire. So number 10. One of my friends said, if we said the Bible is fake, you would be mad, right? Same for us. If you say the Quran is fake, we would be mad. Please learn. No. I mean, seriously, every Muslim every day says the the Bible is fake, that the Bible is a lie. I have no clue how many times in live streams, in the comment section, I get told that the Bible has been corrupted. There's so many different changes of the Bible. Never mind, I can't point to any of them because they do exist. Trust me, bro, right? Just trust me. So this one was on one of my favorite ones I did, which was 100% proof that the Quran is fake. So let's go ahead and turn that one on here. See how relevant this this little comment is, and let's see.
Quran 16:66. And indeed, for you in grazing livestock is a lesson. We gave you drink from what is in their bellies, between excretion and blood, pure milk, palatable to the drinker. Whoa, wait here. This is a little utterly foolish here. I have milk cows and I have milk goat. And in both cases, the milk isn't coming from the belly. It's pretty obvious where it comes from. It comes from the udder. And it's not between the excretion and the blood. That just makes no sense at all. On top of that, milk is not palatable to all drinkers, as this surah clearly claims. In fact, a lot of Arabs are lactose intolerant. So in the surah, it's pretty obvious that Allah doesn't know where milk actually comes from. To be honest with you, this is a huge, utterly embarrassing mistake. Next time someone claims that Allah is the greatest, ask him why he makes such utter mistakes, as in Quran 16.
So yes, here it is a clear mistake within the Quran again. We're seeing, oh, this one was a pain. This one was so hard not to make too many utter jokes. And I don't think I overplayed my hand in that, but that was just, it was utterly fun to do it. So we went ahead and nailed that. Hey, breakfast gun. See you on in there. Fantastic. Yep. How do you feel if Muslims said Christians go to hell? They do. The Quran does. I mean, I used the reference earlier, which was 98:6, which says that we will abide in hell forever. Christians would abide in hell forever. And not nice. I can see where their point of view comes from. Don't get me wrong. But yeah, they do. That's just it. A lot of times these comments are coming from people that like, you do know what Muhammad did, right? You do know what was going on, right? Right? Please tell me you do. I can't be the only one. So here we go with our next one here. Imagine when the Muslims burn the Bible. What would be your reaction? Would you be happy? I wouldn't care. I'll be honest with you. I don't, if it's your property, I really don't have an issue with it. I don't think it's a wise decision. Don't get me wrong. I think it's kind of a waste of money for you. But I mean, if it's done with a purpose in mind, I can kind of see your point of view. I don't expect you to respect what you consider to be false ideologies. In fact, I would find that as a form of hatred. In fact, if you think that I'm following a false ideology and you don't try to save me from that false ideology, and you think that I'm going to hell, I would definitely think you're very hateful. Why, when Christians burn the Quran, you don't give a darn? Censorship. Now, remember, these are comments, so the comment will be there. I will censor as I see fit. And when it's Muslims who burn the Bible and you want to make war with the Muslims. No, I don't. I don't want to make war with Muslims. Again, don't care. Not a big deal. Not a big deal. It is paper. The Bible is the word of God, yes, but it is paper. And it is not something to go over. You know what? If it's between the Bible being burnt and Muslim lives, or even one Muslim life, I'll take the Muslim life every time. Every single time, I'll take the Muslim life. So this one here, go to this. This was definitely one that was a bit spicier. So let's share this one instead. Right here. This video is in protest and response to a video made by Muslims. In that video, Muslims shoot a picture of Robert Spencer and Geert Wilders with the hashtag #NoMoreKuffar. I do not know much about Geert Wilders. We may disagree, and he may even hate me, but no one should be threatened for what they say. Human life is valuable, and anything that devalues it should be criticized. In their video, it looks like they shoot the picture 4 times with a 1911 and 5 times with an AR-15, for a total of 9 times. So in response, we will tear out 9 pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. After the Muslims were done shooting it, they burned it. We'll do the same. Muslims, you asked for this. I would not be burning these pages of the Quran if you had not devalued human life. But the good news is you can stop me from doing this again very easily. In fact, when you see other Muslims making threats, doxing, or planning to cause harm, stop them. Report them. If not, well, there are 293 pages left in this Quran. This video is in protest and response to a video made by Muslims. In that video, Muslims shoot a picture of... Okay, we don't need to repeat that. My wife has issued a statement. Oh, be careful. Yes, my choice of words might not have been the best. I'm saying I would save the Muslim life. It would be the option I would take. I would burn the Quran, Bible, in this case, in this example, myself. If it saved one Muslim life, I'd burn it myself. Because again, the book's a book. The eternal soul of the individual is what I'm concerned about more than any material object. So we do have another super chat, I see. Thank you very much. Jesus is the truth. Yes, it is. Deal with it, shy Christians. There are a lot of shy Christians out there, but you know what? There are also a lot of lions in the Christian groups too. They should all be, but we're getting there. They're waking up. It is going. Okay. And I do admit with this video, I did not do the research into Geert. It wasn't until afterwards, and I actually do like the guy. So I think he has got some good points. So I think we would like each other, but that was just on that one. So let's see here. So let's see. Did we do this one? Yes, we did. We did that one. My goodness, we're piling it through here. It's when they get spicier that I think they're funnier. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. This guy's an absolute individual with unmarried parents. A lowlife. No. After reading his replies, he is just a piece of filthiness and doesn't know how to respect other people's religions. Again, why would I? If I believe you're going to hell, it would be very hateful for me just to let you go to hell without speaking up. I mean, seriously, if I hated Muslims, that's what I would do. I would just keep quiet. And if I was in this just for the money, it would be much easier to make money doing dawah. Because they like the white boys and they throw lots of money at them. So, other people's religions. Don't start crying just because Islam was proven true. It has not been proven true. If anything, the more I look at it, the worse it gets. In fact, the more hadith I read, the worse it gets. Holy cow. There are some spicy ones I have in the back pocket that Elle and I have found for future videos. And I know you will read this comment, but not reply because you are too afraid. What you gonna say now, boy? Yep. So that one was on the moon splitting video again. So we won't show that one again, but there's the picture of it. Let me go ahead and hide the comments. Oh my goodness, you guys are going crazy in the comments section. Yeah, my wife has not feeling the best, but it is what it is. We are serving Christ and we are keeping focused on him moving forward, definitely into this Christmas season. It has been a lot of fun with the kiddos. So let's go ahead and hit the next comment. I got a couple more, and then we'll roll right into those banned videos. And I will ask you, I'll look up on my phone what they said it was banned for. And I'll ask you guys, was that correct or not? And in fact, it might be surprising if you guys agree with it. You racist thingy. I saw your moon video, which is the video I have up currently. And you had to include rape into this one. Okay, this. You monster. Muslims aren't as bad as you think, genius. Grow up and accept. Accept. You moron. Okay, I get some of these. Again, I find it funny. I find it funny not because they are holding so tight to this false ideology, but the fact they care so much. Because you wouldn't care so much if you were going to be writing so deeply on that. Now, this one, again, comes from the father video that I did with showing Ali Dawa, calling Allah Father. And that's where this one comes from. Again, as we've shown in the video, I didn't say. In fact, let's watch it again with paying attention, saying that in this video somehow I say that Muslims are monsters, that they are bad. Yeah, that's what he specifically says. Muslims aren't as bad as you think, genius. Okay, so obviously I claim, we watched the moon video. Obviously I didn't claim that Muslims were bad in the moon video. I said that was wrong. So let's see about this one. Did I claim in this one that Muslims are bad in general?
That we worship nobody but God, just like Jesus did. He said there is only one true God, and that is the Father. Okay? He always referred to the Father.
You are not the Father.
That we worship nobody but God.
Okay, I did not hear Muslims are bad. I didn't hear any generalizations. All I said was this guy said X, Quran says Y. Allah can't be the Father if the Quran contradicts what you're claiming. Very simple. And then funny video. Very basic, right? Very, very basic. So those are the ones that were there, the comments that were made. See, we have one more that was also on that video. This is one question to the channel creator. So me. Why do you hate Muslims? Again, I would not be doing this if I hated Muslims. In fact, if I hated Muslims, I believe that they were all going to hell. Then I would just let them go to hell. That's simple. You know, you don't, and he didn't say you don't hate, and don't say you don't hate them, because you will have targeted other religions too, and I have in previous videos, I have. But remind me again, according to Muslims, what is the fastest growing religion? In fact, that is the religion I am seeing the most grow in the United States, is Islam. And again, my channel, my choice. I get to focus on it. I cannot focus on every religion out there. I cannot specialize in every religion. That's why I keep a bunch of friends that specialize in a bunch of different avenues, because then I can point to them and say, okay, you're Mormon, this guy over here can handle the deeper stuff of Mormonism and so forth. So, although I can hold my own in many regards. Allah, you are not the Father. Yes, still one of my favorite videos. Hey, welcome. Welcome. We're about ready to go into the banned TikTok videos. Again, not on YouTube. They're not banned from YouTube. They're completely legal on YouTube. They've been reviewed and approved on YouTube. Just on TikTok, they are not allowed. And I will pull up on my phone the reasons why, and we will see if they stick or not. So some of them we've already watched. We'll rewatch them again, specifically with the mindset of what it is, what they claim it is. So let me go ahead and pull those on up. So the first one here, which should look familiar, is the Quran burning one. So this one here, let me see exactly what they say it was banned for, because I don't want to misquote them, mind you, because I rather have their exact words than not. It says, removed for attacks and slurs on the basis of protected attributes, comma. So this is an addition to it, weapons. So additionally, weapons are in there as well. So I didn't have any weapons in my hands. Well, let's see what they are referring to and see if that is correct. If that charge is correct or not. This video is in protest and response to a video made by Muslims. In that video, Muslims shoot a picture of Robert Spencer and Geert Wilders with the hashtag #NoMoreKuffar. I do not know much about Geert Wilders. We may disagree, and he may even hate me, but no one should be threatened for what they say. Human life is valuable, and anything that devalues it should be criticized. In their video, it looks like they shoot the picture 4 times with a 1911 and 5 times with an AR-15, for a total of 9 times. So in response, we will tear out 9 pages. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. After the Muslims were done shooting it, they burned it. We'll do the same. Muslims, you asked for this. I would not be burning these pages of the Quran if you had not devalued human life. But the good news is you can stop me from doing this again very easily. In fact, when you see other Muslims making threats, doxing, or planning to cause harm, stop them. Report them. If not, well, there are 293 pages left in this Quran. This video. So, there you go. So the question is, the first accusation was attacks and slurs on the basis of protected attributes. I'm assuming that it's referring to Muslims in general. I didn't attack a specific Muslim. You could say that maybe this is sort of aimed at Muslims in general. I said the Muslims in the video did something wrong that was incorrect. Sure, I did that. I also offered an olive branch by saying, okay, this is how you can stop me from doing it again. Just, have basic value for human life. That's it. I mean, am I that picky? Is it that wrong that I ask for basic value of human life? I'm not saying what words you can and can't use. I'm not saying that you can't burn your own books. I can't say that I'm not saying you're not allowed to burn my books. I mean, if it's your property, it's your property, right? But in this video, and then they say, well, weapons. I guess I did show a picture of the guy. He was holding the gun vertically. Okay. I mean, it wasn't shot. It wasn't discharged. It could have been a toy gun for all they know. I referred to 2 different types of guns, which were in the video, the AR-15 and the 1911. Very iconic guns, very easy to recognize and very easy to see. So, your guys' vote. Let me know what you guys think as I move on to this next one. I'll look at your vote. Yay, it should have been, or that was a bad choice. Leave it in the comments. Let me know in the live chat what you guys think. So let's go on to the next banned TikTok video. And this one is not from my channel, actually. This one comes from a different channel, which some people might know, this like small YouTuber, just a little bit. So let's go ahead and share this one instead. So this one is from the Act 17 Polemics channel. This is one of the channels that I'm part of the team that runs it. So David Wood had a video, posted it, took it. I stripped out a little bit of it, dropped about 30 seconds off of it, and posted it again to TikTok and let it run. Put it in the right format, yada, yada. So let's see.
Hey, it's the Dizzle here with a polite word of warning to all you
Before we go into that, because I don't want to jump the gun on that one pretty quick. Let's see. So the charge for why this was removed for violence, threats, so violent threats, and incitement to violence. So it's saying violent threats, so it's threatening violence, so threatening physical harm is what threatening violence would be classified as, and inciting others to do that harm to others. So let's see if David actually says that. I would be pretty surprised, considering I've watched this video quite a bit.
Hey, it's the Dizzle here with a polite word of warning
It's buffering.
to all you jihadis of the world. See that
Oh my
Turkish woman?
Let's try this again.
Hey, it's the Dizzle here with a polite word of warning to all you jihadis of the world. See that Turkish woman in blue back there? That's my sister, Hatun. Some of you jihadis have developed an unhealthy obsession with her. There have been unsuccessful jihadi plots to murder her. So, I'm giving you fair warning. If you are ever successful in one of your plots to murder my sister, I promise you, I guarantee to you that I am going to launch a global campaign of Quran desecration and Muhammad mockery, the likes of which you have never seen and cannot imagine. It will be something you will never recover from psychologically. Trust me on this. You have no idea what kind of mad scientist level plans for desecrating your book and making fun of your child molesting fake prophet go through my head. If I were you and I knew the thoughts that go through my head, I would be terrified of me if I were capable of fear. So
there you go. So was there any threats of violence in that? Any threats of personal harm? Any threats of, let's see exactly, violent threats? No, a warning that's saying, hey, this is what I'm going to do if you do X. If you do this, I'm going to do Y. Very simple, very polite, very nice to do. You know, give it a heads up, right? Not just start doing it. And is he inciting violence? No, again, it's kind of just letting people know, say, hey, this is what I'm going to do. You can join in. You know, don't do this. Value human life. Again, simple, basic, not that complicated, right? Not that complicated, hopefully, at least for some of you guys. For some of the Muslims, at least. I assume the Christians got that part down. So the next one, pull this one on up here. This one's a fun one. This one, the Andrew Tate ones I did in the dually format. Oh, right here. It says, hateful ideology. I think this is the one that's going to be the most interesting one. So hateful ideology. Hopefully this one will play all the way through.
you didn't like that I was thinking I can do whatever I want to. Because the more you didn't like it, the more I enjoyed it. I fucking loved how much you hated it. I am one of the most dangerous men on this planet. Sometimes you forget exactly how lucky you were to get by me. Would you rather me pin you down and make you do things you didn't like, or would you rather
They defeated them and took them captives. Some of the companions of the apostle of Allah were reluctant to have intercourse with the female captives in the presence of their husband, who were unbelievers. So Allah the Exalted set down the Quranic verse, and all married women are forbidden until you say those captives who your right hand possess.
So there you go. That was that one. It was hateful ideology that it was removed for. Considering I read the Quran, draw your own conclusions. We have, I am 99% sure Andrew Tate will go to hell. Well, if he continues on the path that he is going, the answer is yes. But there's always the option for repentance, and that is what I hope for, because that would be a great opportunity for him to do great good if he repents. Again, think of Saul/Paul. So, yes, he said 1%. Yep. Always. But it's got to be, for him, I clearly say that's got to be an act of God. It's got to be an act of God to make that happen. So let's go ahead. Fortunately, I pressed the wrong button. I'll shut the one off. So 1 second here. Let me grab the next one that was banned for some other reason that we will definitely take a look at. Yes. There we go. And I think this is, and yes, it is. It is the last one on the list. We'll see why it was. So this one's one of the basic doodlies we did. Who was being hateful? Andrew Tate? Yeah, so I was being critical on Andrew Tate showing what he was saying, but it got taken down. Okay, so you can't review things, which would be definitely under fair use, would definitely be under criticizing that philosophy. I was not promoting that in any way, shape, or form, even if you want to say that it was hateful ideology. So this one here got removed for attacks and slurs on the basis of protected attributes. So let's see if this one here attacks an individual or group on the basis or makes slurs about a group, I guess. On protected, again, I guess it's Islam that's protected, which is, I find to be kind of confusing, honestly, with TikTok. If TikTok is owned by China, because wouldn't China be all okay with it? I mean, it seems pretty basic to me, but it's just me.
Sahih al-Bukhari 33:29. As for the resemblance of a child to its parents, if a man has sexual intercourse with his wife and gets discharged first, the child will resemble the father. And if the woman gets discharged first, the child will resemble her. So this is Muhammad explaining genetics and how children look like their parents and their ancestors. This is completely wrong. First of all, it explains that men and women both have sperm. That is completely wrong. On top of that, it is whoever ejaculates first, that's what the child's going to look like. Well, that makes no sense. That would require only sperm, no egg. Doesn't mention anything about an egg or genetics or DNA. Obviously, a guess of an illiterate white Arabian slave trader. Next time someone claims that there is miraculous medical information found within the Quran and the Hadith, ask them to explain.
So there you go. So that was the last banned video I have on my list. Says that it's hilarious. Yes, I have a lot of shorts that I just had a lot of fun making, and I need to get back to making more shorts like that. This one here, again, was removed for attacks and slurs. I did not attack any individual with this. I did not say that this specific individual was anything, so it wasn't a specific attack. General against Islam, I did not. I just pointed out what this hadith said. If they think that's attacking them, that's their issue, not mine. So, absolutely, that is hilarious. Be this guy. There we go. Yep. Okay. So that is it on the banned videos from TikTok. So I'm still on there. I've got like 900 and something followers on TikTok. If you're not on TikTok, I don't recommend joining it. Oh no, you're not talking. You're not trying to convince people to join TikTok? No, I'm not. Again, villainy. My intro video, I point to. It is pretty, it's nuts. But it's where a lot of Muslims are. So that's where some people who are outreaching to Muslims need to be. So what is going on around here? We've got a couple things coming up. And since you guys, I have a bunch of new members who are now on this live stream with me, which is fantastic. I'll check out who that is later and add you to our list. So looking at my notes, we have some things coming up. Thaddeus from Reasoned Answers is going to be joining me this week sometime. We haven't picked a date for the live stream, but if you guys are not, and I don't expect you guys to really be on the in crowd of gaming and the whole GTA world, but GTA 6 just dropped a trailer for it. It is now huge. And the question I would have is, what would Mohammed think about this game? Since it's new, it is hot. Let's go through the trailer itself and examine how Mohammed would have dealt if he would have done the things that are in the trailer, if he would have had those opportunities, or what else he would have done. So that would be GTA 6 Mohammed Edition. That's a working title. We'll get to that later. Tomorrow, I will be on John's live stream here. Let me share this tab here. I'll be on with John once again. We'll be diving actually into the Lord of the Rings. You guys know I am quite a fan of J.R. Tolkien and C.S. Lewis. They were contemporaries, and they were definitely together in this. And we will be examining the Lord of the Rings movie, The Fellowship of the Ring. This is in lead up to the 20th anniversary of The Return of the King. So we're going to go ahead and dive onto that. Yes, it was GTA 6. If I said that incorrect, GTA 6 was the one that dropped. GTA 6 Mohammed Edition will be what we will be looking at, which will be a lot of fun. So we'll see how that goes. I'm hoping to get out a lot of knowledge about Mohammed in that live stream. Hopefully we'll have a couple others join us for it, so it should be a lot of fun. But yes, I will be live in 13 hours with John on his channel. Actually, right after this, you're going to get redirected to this live stream. At least you should be, or it should be the option that pops up the most there for you. So you can join us over there tomorrow or catch it on the replay. Now, I have a special Christmas gift coming up this week for you guys and also someone else. So that one will be dropping, I'm hoping, Wednesday. Dropping Wednesday at noon. If I can get everything to work right, it'll be a specific Christmas gift and a gift to the members. That'll be dropping at the same time. That will be the new emoji for you guys, because you guys have a lot of fun with those emojis. So I have a very specific emoji that will go in line with the Christmas gift. That should be fun. My level of fun, which will be interesting. But talking about the members, as I am wrapping it up here, I need to thank a few of you. Special thank you to our members who help make this possible. On Buy Me a Coffee, that is Sherwin. On YouTube, we have Cheeky, Shiki, Solitary Emmy, Professor Yeffel, Reasoned Answers, Sir Dr. Whitemeat threatened sanity. If you'd like to contribute as well, you can click the join button and share this video. Remember that Jesus Christ is the only way, the truth, and the life, and that we were all sinners, lost in our sin, just like anyone else. And it is only by the grace of God through the free gift of the cross that we are redeemed. May the Lord guide you and keep you safe in all that you do. In the name of Jesus Christ I pray. Amen.